Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on a Toyota Auris 2008 1.6 petrol 5-speed manual gearbox. I was asked to fit a second-hand 5-speed manual gearbox, so I just want to take it for a drive and confirm the complaint. Apparently it's grinding like a heck, so let's take it for a drive. You are able to hear it. It is grinding. I hope it comes through. Yeah, it's grinding quite badly. I hope it comes through all right. But so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna jack the car up, drop the gearbox oil, and well, check the gearbox oil to see what's like. I've got a second-hand gearbox in the boot, and I'll show you. So I've got a second-hand gearbox here. I hope it's okay. I was only asked to replace it to fit this second-hand one. So okay, so I've got the car jacked up, jack stand both sides as well. I'm quite happy with the height. I think that should be okay. Removed the little panel at the front, and I kept all the bolts together. That's one of the main secrets when you do a job like this. Is just you stay organized. Doesn't matter how you stay organized. You know, everyone's got their own way of doing it, but being organized is key for this job. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna empty the gearbox oil. Yeah, I want to make sure we do have some gearbox oil and see the color of it. Sometimes the oil tells a lot about the car, so that's what I'm gonna do first. So it's a 24mm drain plug. Whoa. Oh, there you go. Wasn't too bad. It's not the cleanest, it's not the worst either. I'm gonna let that drain, and I'm gonna do the refuel bolt as well, which is up here. Don't know if it's in frame. It's just in the front of the gearbox up here. And that should allow fluid, oh, there we go, to come out a lot freer. Right, so that's the refuel bolt here, 24 as well. Oh man, this stuff stinks. The color changed a little bit because this bucket already had oil in it. Ooh. Yuck. And then what I like to do next is disconnect the battery. So there's a bunch of panels in here. It's almost every single plug is almost like loose anyway. Yeah, finally. Right, so that's done, all the panel. Now before you remove the battery, just make sure you haven't got anything in the boots. If the boots is electric. This one is electric, and I can get access from the inside just pulling the cable, so I'm okay with that. Doesn't seem to have anything else holding it. Yeah, I don't think so. There we go. Get rid of the tray as well. It's a bit dirty here. So my main focus now is going to be clearing this area, so removing the filter housing, all those brackets here, because I need to get access to the gearbox mount, the linkage cable. So yeah, I'm just going to clear all this area. Little tab here for these clips, then you just pull out the metal bracket. This is held by 3 10mm bolt. Generally, most of the cars nowadays you have some rubber grommets. Oh, just dropped 2 screws. I've got them. Alright, so I'm probably gonna do the battery brackets. It's all rusted out as well. I'm gonna get some WD-40 on it, let it sit for a minute. Alright, so I think a 6-sided socket here is gonna be a lot better. No, it's not 13. It must be 12. Oh wow. So much rust on it. Oh, it's super crusty. Oh, this one's not too bad. Right, so that's off. Okay. That's off. I'm going to remove the other bracket as well. Alright, so next I'm going to remove the line for the slave cylinder. So those 2 bolts there. There's another 10mm up here. And then finally the master cylinder. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you guys in there, but probably going to remove that and then I'll show you. Alright, so those 3 guys, they are 14mm. Now we have the 10mm just down here, just a little bracket for the slave cylinder pipe. Okay, so I removed the slave cylinder, 2 12mm bolts at the top. It is all disconnected now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna strap to the side of the car. Gonna strap here, gonna use one of those reusable cable tie. So there we go. And you can reuse it. There's a little tab that you pull and then you can undo it, reuse it again. That's really cool. Now we have the starter motor. Let's see if I can get you down there. There's a bolt. You see that bolt there? So there's a 14mm. It's one at the top, one at the bottom. I'm gonna do the bottom first. Right, so this is the other 14mm for the starter motor. Hopefully we can get it here. There we go. Yeah. Right, so now I've broken loose. I'm gonna use my ratchet. Right, so this top bolt, I can't really get you guys down there, so I'm just gonna take it out and I'll show you. I have no space here to get the camera. Right, so that's the other bolt. Yeah. Right, so we got it loose now. I actually put the other bolt in and I tapped it with a rubber mallet. So that's it, that's out. So I can rest it here somewhere. We don't really need to disconnect any cable because the battery is disconnected, so I'm just gonna rest it there. Right, so at this point the gear linkage cable. First, I'm going to remove this sort of split pin retainer. There we go, that's one of them. The other one is not in the shot, there is underneath that. Oh no, it's there. It's underneath that pipe. There we go, that's out. So now I'm gonna use one of those pair of pliers to pop it out. I spray some WD-40 there, so I know that one's pretty loose. Oi! Okay. Where are you going? Queen's Park?
Yeah, so she can run around.
Are you gonna go with Faith? By yourself? Oh, cool. Be careful. Right, so this one's pretty loose. Popped out quite easily. This one looks a little bit funny. See the rubber is not inserted properly there. This one's stuck. Oh. Right. So the rubber part stayed behind. I'm gonna have to do something to free that up. Just gonna tap it, the rubber mallet, see if we can get it moving. Yeah, that doesn't want to move. I think I'm going to leave it in place. When the gearbox is out, it's going to be a lot easier for me to do something about that. Right, so we're going to leave that for now. Now, those clips at the back is a pain. I'm going to try to pry it at the bottom. Oh, that one's moving. Okay, this one's out. Okay. Oh, got it. Right, that's the other one. Right, so that's out the way. And this bracket's got to come out as well, because we have one of the gearbox bolts right there. Oh, right, okay. Right, we'll close the second one. Okay. So we got that's 1, 2. Now the electrical connector. Right, so that's off. Well, there's another mount at the back there. I don't know if that's got to come out. We might have 3. I need to have a look at that rear one. Just there. There's one there. One here on the side, one on the front. So, but let's go ahead and remove the drive shaft. Right, the drive shaft is a 30mm nut. But first of all, we have to bend this little bit here. So when you put that nut on, you normally bend the corner so it doesn't come out. So now we've got to do the opposite. So I put my screwdriver there just to stop the drive shaft from rotating. Ah, there we go. Right, so that's off. Right, so now with the nut off, I'm just gonna knock the drive shaft. It's moving. There we go. There we go, that's nice. So that's free. Right, so to be able to remove the drive shaft completely, we're gonna have to, I normally remove the ball joint, this 19mm nut here, but it's super rusted out, so we're gonna remove these 3 bottom ones instead. So these are 3, they are 18mm, Let's see how it goes. Yeah. The nut from the ball joint is not budging at all, so there we go. Right, so hopefully now should be able to remove the drive shaft. Okay, so now for the drive shaft, you have a retaining clip by the gearbox here, the gearbox side. You have a long, really long pry bar. You can just pry it off. I do have one, but I don't have this space here. So what we're gonna do instead, just gonna knock on the side, and that should be okay. Turn this. Just gonna knock on the side here, and that, hopefully that should do the job. Oop, let me put the light so you can see. Right. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Right, so that's drive shaft. Drive shaft is out. Right, can remove that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing the other side. It's basically the same procedure. So both drive shafts out. So basically what we have to do now is support the engine, support the gearbox, and start undoing all the mounts. And then lastly the bolts. I checked over, I don't think there's anything else, any sensors or anything like that. So the only thing that I've noticed here, you have this crossbar and this one here, this brace here as well, which we can remove. And as you can imagine, it's going to be a lot easier to remove that now and then to drop the gearbox. So that's my next step. Oh, hallelujah. Oh my goodness me. That was a tough one. So finally we got the last bolt out. Alright, we've got fuel clips the other side. Right, we've got fuel plastic clips here. There we go. One. Two. Is there one more? Yeah. Whew. Ta-da! There we go. So that should be a lot easier now. Well, we'll have plenty of room now to remove the gearbox. So I might remove this panel here as well. We'll see. See how it goes. Might remove that as well. Okay, so at this point you're only going to have the bolt from the belt housing and the 3 mounts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove, well, I have removed the front one, which is his 3 14mm bolts. He's just a spanner there, and this one is a 19. And then you have one around the back, exactly the same, just there. And that one you have, seems to have like 2 14mm bolts, and then the main one is a 17mm. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the center bolt first, and I'm hoping I can rock the engine forward, then remove the other 2 14mm bolts, and then I'm gonna leave this mount here last. I'm gonna support the engine, support the gearbox, and remove this last gearbox mount, and that's when the fun starts. Okay, so we have another two 14mm just back here. Probably be able to get a ratchet back there. Let me try it. I broke this guy loose already. And yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's one. There's another two at the top. There's another one at the top, sorry. And now I can sort of rock the engine forward and reach the other one. Okay, so there's one more 14mm bolt on the side there. I'm gonna do from the top. Okay, so that was the last bolt. That mount should be free now. I moved the bracket out the way. Just gonna leave it hanging there because there's a cable, electrical cable connected to it, so there's no need to remove it completely. Just gonna leave it hanging there. Right, so with the engine and gearbox supported, now we are ready to remove the last gearbox mount. So there it is. Gonna remove the center bolt first. It's a 14mm. Next, I believe I've got some 17. The 3. There we go. Right. Put the bolts back in there so we know where they came from. Right, so the other side, the other brackets, 3 14mm. This is a 14. It is. Yeah, they're crusty, those guys. Right, so I hope you can see there. So we have, I'll try not to gain away too much, but we have 4 14mm bolt underneath here. Right, so that's the first one. Right, so now at the top, I think we only have 3 left. We have brackets right here. There's a bolt there. That one and that one. 2 of the bolts already we removed already with the starter motor, and I remember there was a bracket here, so it's only 3 bolts left at the top, and that's it. We're ready to drop the gearbox. One. Okay, so we are ready to remove the gearbox now. Hopefully we removed everything. Just gonna give a good tug here. I've got a friend of mine to give me a hand just in case. Trying to. Right, so I think I'm just gonna get a screwdriver, just pry it here to see if I can get it going. Just gonna pry it right on the edge there. Yeah. Okay. That's coming. I'll do the same thing at the top. Alright, so this is proving quite difficult. Seems to be stuck in there somehow. Can you pry at the top, Nate?
Yeah, doing it.
Right, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming, mate. Yeah. Let me position the jack here. Is off, I think. Yeah, he's off. He's off. Right, so that's hanging there. Right, this is the tricky bit because I have to work with the jack. Yeah, just control the jack because that is going to take the weight.
Just brings out slowly.
Yeah. Can you pull the jack up a little bit? Yeah. So the gearbox is out. Yeah, I think the input shaft is bearing. It's probably gone. You can hear the noise, it's grinding a bit. And the difference with the second-hand one, very smooth, no noise. Go very quiet. I was told the clutch was replaced about 10,000 miles ago, so and the car's been parked for probably about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months. So all I gotta do is just fit this new one here. So I'm gonna close the video here, guys. This is the removal of the gearbox. Come back and carry on with the install, and then I gotta fill the gearbox with gearbox fluid, so I'll take you through that as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.